Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're getting into a topic that's often, well, really misunderstood.
Yeah.
Addiction.
Yeah, it really is.
For ages, the story's been about it being, a failure of willpower.
Yeah.
Just weakness.
Right. A moral failing almost.
Exactly. But we're looking at Jenny Svanberg's book, The Psychology of Addiction, and it offers just a completely different angle, much more compassionate.
It really does.
We want to unpack her core message, especially, if you're maybe dealing with challenges yourself, things like compulsive screen time or maybe excessive gambling, those kinds of behavioral things.
Well, even if you're supporting someone you care about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The aim here is really to get a clearer, kinder understanding.
Well, what's so illuminating in Svanberg's work is that basic idea. Addiction isn't about weakness. It's not about a lack of character.
Okay.
It's fundamentally a coping mechanism, like a deeply ingrained one.
A coping mechanism, how so?
Well, imagine someone just completely overwhelmed, maybe chronic stress, maybe deep loneliness. Their brain might sort of latch onto a behavior. Could be online gaming, could be shopping compulsively.
Okay, yeah.
Not because it's a bad habit in the simple sense, but because it's a predictable way, even if it's maladaptive, right, to escape that internal pain.
Ah, okay. So it's about escape.
Escape, yeah, or finding a temporary sense of control or relief, maybe even belonging. It's the brain kind of desperately trying to self-soothe.
Self-soothe from things like trauma or anxiety.
Exactly. Unresolved trauma, anxiety, loneliness, shame. These deep, difficult feelings.
Wow, okay. That's a really powerful way to reframe it. So if it's this toking thing, how does it actually work in the brain? I mean, Svanberg talks about it hijacking the reward system.
Yeah, precisely. That reward system, for listeners, that's the part of the brain that makes us feel good when we do essential things. Things like eating, connecting with others, survival stuff.
And it's not just substances hijacking it, right? You mentioned screen time, shopping.
Exactly. And this is crucial. These behavioral addictions, endless scrolling, impulse buys, gambling, they run on the same basic loop as substance addiction.
What loop is that?
It's that sort of craving reward guilt cycle. You get the initial hit, right? The dopamine rush, the temporary escape. That's the reward.
Okay.
Then comes this intense wanting more. That's the craving.
Oh, great. I see.
But then often it's followed by negative feelings. Shame, regret, guilt.
Which I guess makes you want to escape again.
Paradoxically, yes. It can actually fuel the loop because you want to escape those feelings too.
Oh.
And Svanberg makes a fascinating point about social connection.
Oh.
Yeah, the brain circuitry for connection is really tangled up with the reward system, which means loneliness can be an incredibly potent trigger for addiction.
More so than physical pain even.
Sometimes, yeah. Which kind of begs the question, why some people seem more vulnerable than others?
Does she get into that?
She does. She points to certain personality traits, early life experiences, things that can increase susceptibility. It just reinforces that it's not about weakness. It's more like a survival response to feeling overwhelmed inside.
Okay, so if it is this survival mechanism, this, response to deep emotional suffering,
Right.
then healing has to be more than just stop doing the thing, right?
Absolutely. It's not just about detox or quitting cold turkey.
So what is it about then?
This is where Svanberg's insights really make a difference. She emphasizes that real healing means actively, rewiring the brain.
Rewiring, how?
It's not just thinking positive. It's about intentionally building emotional safety.
Okay, safety, like feeling safe.
Feeling safe, yes.
Yeah.
Creating environments, building relationships where you feel genuinely seen and heard and valued without judgment.
That sounds crucial.
It is. Cultivating secure connections, learning new, healthier ways to cope with those difficult feelings. She talks about using specific psychological tools, but with real compassion for the underlying pain driving it all.
Right. Not just treating the symptom.
Exactly. She really hammers home that addiction is the symptom of the suffering. So the path to recovery, lasting recovery, it isn't paved with judgment. It starts with understanding.
Deep understanding.
Yeah.
And creating those new, healthier pathways in the brain.
Precisely.
So let's try and wrap this up. We've really explored a profound shift in thinking today. Moving away from addiction as some kind of moral failing.
Yeah, a character flaw.
And seeing it instead as this powerful, though often destructive survival mechanism.
Yeah.
A response to really deep emotional pain.
And given that addiction is a symptom of that suffering and that healing involves building safety and understanding.
So this book summary is powered by International Psychology Association. Follow us for more interesting book summaries and psychology updates. Thank you.